Tales from the Blast Furnace, Part 1. And for those of you that have that follow Stu, TootyUK, you'll know exactly what I mean by Tales from the Blast Furnace. So obviously Stu got over his blast furnace situation. I, on the other hand, am now experiencing it. And what I really needed to do, to be fair, was get myself one of those fucking temperature gauges, you know, like Stu had, to show you what the temperature is in here. Well, anyway, because this camera here is fixed, I'm not going to be able to move it. And as always, I have such great ideas for editing and never get around to doing it. So therefore, there isn't going to be any little videos up here, sorry, here or here, with the aircon unit that I was forced to go and buy the other day because it got so fucking hot in here. Now, you can just about see at the tip of this video right there, all right, is a fan. But unfortunately, it's not on. I need to rectify that. But either way, doesn't seem to make too much difference. Anyway, yeah, it's a blast furnace. Thankfully, I've got the aircon unit on right here, so my legs are getting cooler. I've got this little fan, which I've almost killed. See one of these? It's a little USB-C one. And you can just put that in your phone. And they do iPhone ones. But this one's, I've burnt the motor out basically by leaving it plugged into my PC, because before I got the air conditioning unit, that's what I had. It was keeping me bollocks cool, which is nice. So anyway, so this is more of a channel update, to be perfectly honest with you, because a lot of things have been changing around here. But before I get into that, well, actually, it's all encompassing really. So the first and most important thing is that I am now, I wouldn't say I'm not I've not got everything that I want, but I'm pretty much near the end of my collecting game. I have a list of stuff, but it's stuff that I really don't have that much interest in. So all my SEGA Saturn stuff that I wanted to get moving forward, I now decided to take the plunge and buy myself a Saroo, a SEGA Saturn Saroo cartridge. So that I've ordered that, and that's on its way now. I've ordered the one that James at Game Zone Burberry ordered. He sent me a link to it ages and ages ago, so I finally got around to that today. And the reason being is because I'm budgeting now. Like, I'm not just budgeting, I am heavily budgeting to the point where you're probably talking no more than a tenner a month spent on anything gaming stuff, at least for the foreseeable future. And even then, when because yeah, there are a lot of things are changing in TEG towers. So that's not to say that anyone's stopping me from spending, except for myself. But I actually more so have just, I don't know, I kind of lost, I wouldn't say I've lost the mojo or lost the passion for it. My priorities have changed. So I'm not saying that I'm out of the game. I am not out of the game by a long shot. And with the collection that I have got more than enough content to last me fucking a shit long time. So I'm not gonna be doing, which I haven't done for such a long time, because I just don't do them anymore, pickups videos, for example. So the purchasing has basically stopped now. It's at such a crawl rate in regards to crawling along speed, that there's nothing's happening. Very little is happening, and that's fine, because I've got plenty of other stuff to talk about that's in my collection. So you know, it doesn't matter. I could probably make pretend pickup videos for the next 5 or 6 years, but I'm not. There's no need for that, because everyone knows where all my stuff is. All those people that are subscribed to the channel long enough to know that it's all in the loft. And I've mentioned this a couple of years before as well. Don't worry, it's very well looked after in the loft, even though it's fucking roasting at the moment. So, right. So that's where we are with that. I did have a few things that I sold off recently, and not gaming related, but to CEX. So I used some of the voucher to get a couple of things, which I had to send back. It's fair. I've never had to send anything back to CEX, not from the ordering stuff online. So the first thing I got was a Wavebird. I've needed one of these for fucking ages. So it was there, and I had a big enough voucher, so I got that. But the two things that I actually ordered that I had to return was, one of them, I don't have it with me, but it's the HyperX Quadcast 2S. Okay, so those of you that have watched this channel before will know that I've got the HyperX Quadcast and the HyperX Quadcast S. But I wanted to get the HyperX Quadcast 2S, and CEX had two online in grade A condition. So I ordered one, turned up, never been opened. But it was a Quadcast 2, not the 2S. So that had to go back to the shop. And then I thought, well, I wanted to get the big box copy of this, okay? So Odama. Okay, it's a very strange game, a very unique game on the GameCube. Let's put it, I don't know how to describe it. It's like voice commanded pinball, real-time strategy. That's about the best way to describe it. So anyway, on this game, you use the GameCube microphone, okay? Which has an adapter in the big box, and you plug that on the top of the controller, put the microphone on, and you have to bark orders at the troops. So I ordered the big box version of that. And when it come through, I was like, yeah, that looks all right. The bits inside, it was very, very clean, and it was the Spanish version. Now, I know some people will be like, well, if it's got English speaking in it, well, what's the problem? Well, for me, it's fucking wrong. It's one of those OCD things where I can't have that. I do have one GameCube game, two actually, Geist, and another one, I forget what it is, and they are both in French. But Geist, I'm willing to let slide. The other one, I forget what it was called, is just because I'd never seen it before, and it was like, I got it for like £4. It's like a 30 quid game, but don't ask me what it's called. It's in the stack behind me. So Odama had to go back. So I was like, am I going to order these again? Nah, I can't be bothered now. I've already been fucking bitten, so I'm not going to bother. So I'm not going to. So that's that. I'm absolutely done now with ordering online from CEX. I say done. I've got like 300-400 quid worth of vouchers still, so I'm gonna leave that there. So when I really want something, I will take a spin of that wheel and play the CEX roulette to see if I get anything. So that's kind of where I am with that. I'm just going to leave it now. So, which is fine, because like I mentioned before, I've got a Saroo coming. So, because I had my eye on Story of Thor 2 on the SEGA Saturn, and I noticed that Bracknell have got a copy, and I'm going over that way on the Sunday. So I was going to buy it, or at least if it's in any good condition. It's 80 quid. Because I've always wanted to play that game. And that's when it popped into my head. I was like, why the fuck are you going to drop almost a ton on this right now when you really fucking can't afford it and you don't want it really? Why not get a Saroo? Then you can play every fucking game that you wanted, and you don't need to spend any more money than 40 quid, 45 quid. And that's the answer. That's what happened to that. So, you know, I'm not. Yeah, so I stopped. I wasn't going to buy it. I'm not going to buy Story of Thor 2. I'm going to just play it through a Saroo. The only other thing kind of that was pissing me off in regards to sort of that I got, which was an acquisition, was this 8-bit do Xbox controller. I only got it purely for the reason that I basically just got all of the Capcom digital collections. So Capcom Fighting Collection 1 and 2, Capcom Beat 'em Up Collection, all that stuff. Because I was I mean, look, let's be honest. These controllers, okay, they ain't built for fighting games. And if I mean, not for Street Fighter, in my opinion. When you're old school like me and you've played Street Fighter 2 for most of your life, you know, nothing can surpass the 6-button layout. So there we go. So yeah, I got that, and which has obviously helped with my frustrations. So obviously, other than that, there's I don't know. I've got a lot going on. I'm not going to say into too much other than what I've already posted about my cat. Things are still hovering over 50-50 at the moment, in the sense that, you know, these blood tests that are coming in the next couple of days will tell us whether she's doing better or staying the same or got worse. If she's getting worse, nothing more we can do, I'm afraid. Breaks my heart, really does. But you know, live and learn, as they say, and it's just live, love, and learn. So there's the Mega CD Appreciation Society video coming up soon. We're going to be hopefully doing that this coming Monday. Me, the Retro Martin, and John Bunday, with special guest. I'm going to say it anyway now. Sean from Pompey Games Room is going to be jumping on with us. So I understand. So that's going to be really cool. And to be fair, not many people are going to watch this video, so it's not really a disclosure, because not many people are going to watch it, so they won't really know. But I feel it's probably best to tell you, because, you know, Sean's a top guy, and I won't give away what game we're going to be discussing that day. So yeah, all in all, it's there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, I've got a new car. I'm getting rid of my Saab. I've got a new, it's not new, it's new to me, but a Mercedes E220 CDI Blue Motion, or whatever the fuck it's called. So yeah, it's finally, the Saab is finally going. Saab 9.5 Estate. So I've had that for like, fucking hell, 14 years. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so other than that, I'm going to leave you with, just that. I have got a few irons in the fire in regards to videos that I'm going to be doing coming up soon. But as of right now, it's really just a case of saying, hey, listen, thanks for kind of like checking out some of my videos, which actually reminds me. That reminds me of a saying that someone said to me the other day. My mate El Presidente, Paul, he sent me his picture of some fucking random corporate bloke. So it's a terminology, and I thought I'd better mention this, because it's a saying he hasn't heard since the mid-90s, early 90s, and I've never heard it before. But I think it's quite funny, but it's quite pertinent to YouTube, okay? Which is, feedback is the breakfast of champions. Remember that. So if you've got any feedback for me, have your breakfast and leave a comment below, because that's all I'll ever ask you to do on rare occasions, is leave a comment if you've got something that you want to add. Because I never ask you to subscribe. I never ask you to like my videos. I'm probably more inclined to ask you to dislike them in some certain way. But anyway, I don't know. That's just how I am, you know. It's just as it is, you know. I'm always repeating this and banging on about it. Stu was absolutely fucking correct. That's in TootyUK. You know, it's called YouTube for a reason. It's all about you, okay? But all the gumph that's going on and flying around, it's just it's unbearable. Not to mention the fucking ads. Jesus. Fucking ads. So many ads. What is it Goldtooth says? Ooh, the ads. Let's bend them ads over. Yeah. Something like that. Oh dear. Yeah, I won't try and impersonate Goldtooth anymore. But anyway, sorry, his girthy godliness. So yeah, so that's it. All right. So I'm just gonna leave you to the weekend. Leave you to the weather. Yeah, you know, unfortunately there won't be anything overly interesting other than this video. Oh, actually, that isn't strictly true. I'm gonna do a bit of gameplay from it's Space Marine, the Master Commander Edition, or whatever the fuck it's called. I thought I'd add a few little voice clips in to that as well, because I've been fucking around with my Stream Deck, so I've got a few like voice clips here and stuff from an old acquaintance of mine that has a few funny sayings. I've said them before. For example, "Hold it in, brother, and up for a ruck tonight, son." He's the one that started all those off. So I managed, someone sent, my mate of mine, Fat Man, sent me over some video clips of this guy who I haven't seen for fucking so long. And he's done some voice video clips for me, and I've just nicked the voice clips off, so I'm going to use those. So yeah, going to be doing some Space Marine gameplay. It's not Master Commander Edition, it's called Master something else, which just sounds ridiculous. But anyway, yes, keep an eye out for that. I will be having some other stuff related to Master System. I'm going to be doing a part 2 of the OSSC Pro, but this time with Ninty stuff. So it's going to be GameCube, Super Nintendo, NES, Game Boy Advance via the Game Boy player on the GameCube. I don't think there's any reason for me to downscale the Wii U, so I probably won't do Wii U or Wii. I might do some Wii, but we'll see. But yeah, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, I'm off ski to melt a bit more in this blast furnace. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Take care.